This week we conclude the reading of the book of Exodus, and the Jews conclude the building of the Mishkan, the tabernacle. Bezalel, the master craftsman, fashions each item exactly as God commands him. And when he gets to the kior, the wash basin, he makes it out of copper mirrors donated by the women. Rashi, the great commentator, tells us something very interesting. Moshe originally balked at accepting that donation. He didn't want to accept those copper mirrors because he felt that since they were used by the women to adorn and beautify themselves, they were objects of desire. And he didn't want items with that sort of sordid or checkered past becoming part of the tabernacle, part of the Mishkan. Until God himself in all his glory appeared and told Moshe, accept that donation. That donation is the most dear to me because those women used those mirrors back in Egypt when they were slaves. And their husbands would come back from back-breaking labor. And the women would use those mirrors to adorn and beautify themselves and to entice and arouse their husbands to procreate so that they could create the next generation of Jews. Those mirrors used by those women saved the Jewish people. Now we can, I suppose, understand where Moshe was coming from. After all, desire unchecked or not properly channeled can be awfully destructive. And so Moshe, I guess, didn't want to let the genie out of the bottle. But God knows better. So he was telling Moshe, I want those objects of desire. Those objects of desire saved the Jewish people, and I want them to be part of the Mishkan. Because desire, properly channeled, flames of passion properly fanned are crucial not just in the relationship between spouses, but in the relationship between man and God. Rambam, Maimonides, in his classic formulation explains that serving God out of fear of punishment is a nice level, but not nearly the highest level. The highest level is serving God out of love for him. And for a person to serve God out of love, a person should be lovesick, madly in love with God, like a man in love with a woman, infatuated. That's all he thinks about. He cannot get her out of his mind. A person in love with God is even more infatuated, more passionate, more lovesick. And so perhaps that's why we're told to feel that the Torah is given to us anew every single day. We're supposed to treat it as if we've just received this precious, interesting, fascinating gift. Because when we make the time during our busy weeks, whether it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes or an hour or a day to study Torah, when we plumb its endless depths and mysteries and uncover its secrets, its logic, its connectedness, its sensitivities, that's when God is speaking to us, fanning those flames of passion and increasing our love for him and our closeness to him.